everybody, and welcome back to Crypto Kings. My name is Matt, and I have a very, very awesome announcement for you guys. This is something that I've been wanting to cover for you guys because I am absolutely blown away at the possibility of this. And if this actually ends up happening, this is pretty amazing, okay? This is pretty amazing stuff, okay? So what we're looking at here today is the possibility of Elon Musk actually accepting Dogecoin as a payment for Tesla, which is absolutely ridiculous, and people on Twitter, of course, are going absolutely crazy for it, except for this fella here. Teslas aren't real cars, so I guess it would make sense you'd accept something that isn't real money. It's pretty funny, but all around, man, the general reception here is that this is very positive, and what we're looking at here is the building of a community that is completely and utterly unfazed at the technical setbacks of Dogecoin. As you guys can see here, BitPay, which I've talked about a lot on this channel, but BitPay really has been leading this revolution because they are so compatible with so many different things. Now, if you look at the BitPay website, we've talked a little bit about this. You know, they have different products that you could actually purchase. I'm trying to find here where you can actually look at the different merchants. But they have basically different people you could look at. If I go to search BitPay merchants, but they have a bunch of different places you could go and spend Dogecoin and spend crypto, like Amazon and Newegg and Microsoft and Twitch. You know, all these different places that are validating this currency, which is absolutely crazy. And even with all of its technical drawbacks, what we're looking at is an absolute revolution. You know, they retweeted this, and this tweet here got, 250,000 plus likes, of course. And the general consensus here is that Dogecoin is now a very valid, very usable currency that has real effects in the real world. So I think is absolutely incredible. Now, another thing, which I talked about, they are financing a SpaceX mission with Dogecoin to the moon, which is absolutely incredible because there's literally going to be according to Elon Musk here, that they will actually be using it as payment, and they're going to be sending like literally a meme to the physical moon, like physical on the moon, which is incredible because what they're doing is they're probably going to be sending up some object that has either a Doge logo on it or something Doge related. And if that happens, man, we know it's going to skyrocket. And this time for real, if that mission actually happens and actually succeeds, and there is literal coverage on every major news station all at once of a physical Doge being placed on the moon, that would be absolutely unprecedented for one, because Bitcoin and Ethereum haven't even had anything like that happen to them. Besides being unprecedented, though, that would literally, I think, drive the price well over $1, $2, which would be absolutely ridiculous. Again, you see the drastic effects of Saturday Night Live, obviously having some negative effects. But what I think is interesting is the fact that if something like that happened, we would probably see a jump like this, only in reverse, probably a jump up, because people would realize that it is here to stay no matter what. It is not just one of those coins which is gonna go by the wayside, which is absolutely awesome if that is able to happen. Now, when we look at our graph here, again, obviously we've been following it here, and I said, man, I'm a little bit concerned at this dip under 45 cents here. What really is going to happen? What we saw was a very, very, very sharp rebound. You see it drop down here to around 41 cents, and I'm gonna get rid of these ads here. You see it drop down to 41 cents or so around here, and then we see just a very, very, very sharp pullback. Where again, if you follow this moving average, I mean, again, man, it's nice, man. It's a nice move up generally, and as you can see, just like the way you like to look at any stock graph or any crypto graph, those lows are getting higher and the highs are getting higher, right? So that's really what matters. And again, you can see a very, very steady increase in the bottoms in which it's bottoming out here, which is great. Then Elon tweeted about earlier today, he sent out this tweet, which obviously is very, very, very powerful. Overwhelming majority say yes, right? He sends out that tweet, the price shoots back up, and then boom, catapults down again. But this time, when it goes down, it's stabilizing again at 48 cents. And it's just, when you follow this, if you really follow this from a statistical point of view, this is exactly what every cryptograph lover wants to see, right? This is exactly what any person who does technical analysis wants to see. You're seeing the bottoms going up every single time without question. And I really like the way this looks. I mean, I think we're emerging a breakout. Again, there's a very, very specific technical way to approach these that I'm not particularly familiar with. But the basic idea is you look at one of these, closing in. It's sort of like an envelope kind of thing here, which I'm sure you guys have seen graphs of this nature on Twitter, and it's very, very simple. You watch the volatility sort of go down because the highs are decreasing, and then the lows, it's really where the resistance is. You see the resistance steadily increasing, and when you have two sort of closing lines like this, it definitely gears up for a breakout. There are a lot of other cryptos which have been in a situation where this is going to happen. If I show you guys Veracity here, which I think should be available. Here we go. Here's Veracity. If you look at their long-term graph, again, it's kind of the same thing, minus a couple of the outliers here. But this is always gearing up for a breakout, because what you're doing is you're watching these prices stabilize here at sort of a middle ground where the support and the resistance have sort of balanced themselves out, right? So that is the look here at Veracity, which has, again, kind of a similar graph, which I'm also rooting for, as I'm a massive VRA fan. Doge USA, that's funny. I put USA instead of USD. But yeah, man. So all around, graph is looking good. No complaints about that. And again, I think if any of these announcements, not just this particular announcement, if any of these announcements end up coming to life where we really are seeing concrete things in real time, not just through BitPay, as much as I love BitPay, like I said, and I think this is fantastic, people don't make that association. People don't make the association that, hey, you're using Dogecoin to pay BitPay, who is then, in a kind of roundabout way, purchasing things on Microsoft and Twitch, things like that. While that's great, and while we love to see that, it's not quite the same as literally using your address, your Dogecoin address, or even using Dogecoin from Robinhood or something, and physically purchasing a Tesla and driving off the lot with Dogecoin, or of course watching the meme and the logo go up on a rocket literally into space, being covered by every single major news outlet in the world. Those events are so different from anything that we've seen so far. As what we've seen so far now is mostly just speculation, a lot of talk, and a lot of promotion. And promotion's great. Going up on SNL, I think generally in the long term was a good idea. But again, with all things aside, as great as promotion and positive sentiment is, seeing tangible things being purchased with this currency is really what matters. You didn't see Bitcoin skyrocket until you saw local municipalities, adopting it in their finances and their budget, until you saw millionaires and billionaires making it part of their portfolio, a concrete part of their portfolio, until you saw, banks in Sweden and in Europe accepting Bitcoin and holding on to Bitcoin as if it's a really valuable asset. And once one company does that, even Tesla, you saw the way Tesla bought a bunch of Bitcoin at one point, which basically permanently altered the price. It permanently altered it. They bought it, I think, at 40 or 45,000. Permanently kind of sent it up, and gave it some stability, because once one major group or a series of major world assets or world exchanges or world groups, whether it be a bank, a billionaire, someone who has influence, someone who has pull. Once you see someone having that type of pull and valuing an asset like this, then everybody else wants to jump on board, and then it's a steamroll effect. Up until that happened, yes, crypto was very speculative, but I don't believe it's speculative anymore. I don't blame people for not having faith in cryptocurrency a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I don't blame them, because there was no reason to. There was no reason that people couldn't just decide, hey, this is worth zero. But once you see governments and national banks and people with an immeasurable amount of power and wealth valuing it, then it changes the game. It really, really does. So with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you guys know. If you guys want to get started trading Doge, my Robinhood affiliate link is down below in the description. If you guys use it, we both get a tiny bit of free crypto, of course. Thank you guys so much for listening. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.